Morning students, today we are going to start the lesson Environmental Management of Science and Technology Part 2nd. An ecosystem consists of all the living and non-living things in a specific natural setting. Plants, animals, insects, microorganisms, rocks, soil, water and sunlight are the major components of many ecosystems. The major types of ecosystems are forest, grasslands, desert, tundra, freshwater and marine. First of all, we see the living organism. Things which can grow, move, breathe and reproduce are called living things. Some examples of living things are plants, animals, living things, plant, animals, bacteria, fungus, protist. Now next, non-living things. Soil, air, minerals, light and water. Other living things in the forest might include mushrooms or even bacteria living in the soil. These living things interact with the non-living things around them such as sunlight, temperature, water and soil. Non-living organism. Things which cannot grow, move, breathe and reproduce are called non-living things. Some examples of non-living things are rocks, water, weather, climate and natural events such as rockfalls or earthquakes. We can see pictorially living and non-living organism on the screen. Differentiate between living and non-living things. Living things the grow means it is the living organism undergo growth and development. Non-living things do not grow. Non-living things are do not sensitive, do not respond, means that it is not any development. Living things are the breathe, non-living things do not breathe. Living things need food, means for survival living things are dependent on the water, air, food. Next is the non-living things do not need the any food for the any development of them because they are the self-dependent. Living things move. It is the one place to living things are the generally move the one place to another place. Non-living things do not move. It is the still condition are the developed. Living things are the field, means the stimulation. Living things are the sensitive. It is the responsive to stimulations. Non-living things do not feel. These are do not sensitive, do not respond to stimuli. Living things are the reproduce. Means it is the develop the same of the young one. Non-living things do not reproduce. Living things and non-living things categorized in biotic components and abiotic components. Now see in detail the ecosystem. Ecosystem classified into two components, abiotic components and biotic components. Again, abiotic component divided into two types, climatic, adaptive. Rain, light, wind, temperature are falls under the climate. Soil, pH, minerals, topography are falls under adaptive. Now see the climate in detail. Rain. Water is universal solvent. It is colorless, tasteless, transparent, liquid. It is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Without water, the metabolic process of an organism cannot take place. So, water is life. Next component is light. Light is photoenergy and main source of light in universe is sun. Light is most important abiotic component of an ecosystem because without light, the process of photosynthesis in plants cannot take place, which will result lack of oxygen and food substances for biotic component. Wind. Next, wind. If a ratio different gases are not proportion, then it will affect on our life. It can cause the respiratory disease. Next is temperature. Temperature of the air and water affects animals, plants and humans in ecosystem. A rise temperature has the potential to change the way living things develop because it changes metabolic rate of organism. Now we see the EDAPIC component. In this component, soil, pH, minerals, topography. We will see in detail. First, soil. Upper surface of earth is known as soil. Soil is most important abiotic component of ecosystem because soil is natural habitat of organism of earth. Next, pH. pH stands for potential of hydrogen. pH is a measure hydrogen ion concentration, measure of acidity, alkalinity of solution. The pH value ranges from 0 to 14 on the pH scale. Next is minerals. Minerals is an element or chemical compound that is normally crystalline and that has been formed as a result of a geological process. Minerals are naturally occurring inorganic substance with chemical composition and physical properties. Next is topography. The physical characteristics of area of land, especially of position of its rivers, mountains, etc. Now see biotic components. Biotic components can be classified into three types. First is producers, which are also called autotrophs. Second are called as consumers or heterotrophs. And third is called as decomposer or saprotrophs. Now see autotrophs. Autotrophs prepare their own food by utilizing solar energy, water and carbon dioxide by the process of photosynthesis. Examples of autotrophs are blue-green algae and bacteria. Next is heterotrophs. Heterotroph is an organism that cannot manufacture its own food. There are four types of heterotrophs. First, primary consumer or herbivorous. Secondary consumers or primary carnivorous. Tertiary consumers or large carnivores. And quaternary consumers or omnivorous. Now see in detail herbivorous. Herbivorous is an animal gets its energy from eating plants and only plants. Many herbivores have special digestive system that let them digest and kinds of the plants including grasses. For example, cow, goat, horses, deer, sheep, etc. Then primary carnivore. Primary carnivore that will only eat herbivore or plant eaters such as mouse, but there are examples of rabbits, bears, giraffe, flies, humans, etc. Next, secondary carnivores or tertiary consumers. A carnivore at the large carnivorous or tertiary consumers. A carnivore at the topmost level in food chain that feeds on other carnivores. An animal that feeds only on secondary consumers. They eat only meat. For example, bear, snakes, foxes, hawk and mountain lions. Then quaternary consumer or omnivores. A quaternary consumer is an animal that is at the Top of the food chain, these animals mainly eat or prey on animals below on the food. That food chain such as tertiary and secondary consumer. For example, white sharks and hawk. Now see in food chain pictorially. As shown in figure, grass is producer of biotic component and sun and water are abiotic component. In this way, biotic and abiotic components are correlate. Next, grasshopper. Grasshopper is a primary consumer which consume grass. Then frog. Frog is a secondary consumer who consume grasshopper. Snake consume frog who is tertiary consumer. And final consumer is hawk as shown in picture. Last is decomposer. Decomposer forms a final link in food chain. They break dead animals and plants and return vital nutrients to the soil. The example of the decomposer shown as figure fungi in picture. Now we will see the difference between the food chain and food web in this picture. Food chain. In this food chain, food is transferred from one trophic level to next trophic level. In food web, is transferred from one trophic level to more than one trophic level. In food chain, number of consumers are limited, while in food web, number of consumers are more. In food chain, solo habit consumers are present, while in food web, mixed food habit consumers are present. The consumer which is member of food chain has limited, but the consumers which are the member of food web is a better chance to get food. Now we see relationship between environment and ecosystem by paddy fields. Paddy is cultivated on large scale in various states of South India. Paddy fields are frequently attacked by grasshoppers. Similarly, frogs also present in large number in mud of paddy fields. To feed upon grasshoppers and snakes are also present therein feed upon their the favorite food frog. As shown in picture, grasshoppers rats paddy fields and frogs eats the grasshopper and frogs are eaten by the snake and snake by eagle respectively. As shown in picture, in the given food chain, all organisms are interconnected with each other because it is the predator of the prey relation. If one organism eats other is called as a predator, and which is eaten by of organism is called as prey. Now see the relationship between ecosystem and environment. As shown in this the flow chart, environment is the broad concept, physical, chemical and the biological factors affecting the living organism. In this, any possible ways is collectively called as the environment. It includes many biotic, abiotic, natural and artificial factors. We will start the next point, environment. Environment is a broad concept. The physical, chemical and the biological factors affecting the living organisms in any possible way is collectively called as the environment. In short, environment is the condition of the surrounding. It includes biotic and abiotic factors. So that is the natural and artificial factors. Now we will see the types of environment. Environment is the basically two types. Firstly, the natural environment and the artificial environment. Second is the artificial environment. In this, the natural environment are the consist of air, atmosphere, water, land, and living organisms. Their interactions are very important factor. Second is the artificial environment. Artificial environment is also affecting the natural environment directly or indirectly. Now see the example of the natural example and natural environment and the artificial environment. Firstly, now see the natural environment. Natural environment is the example of the mountains, animals, trees, rivers, etc. Some example of the artificial environment are roads, cars, books, clothes. Now we close the today's session. Have a nice day. Thank you.